أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Al-Masih al-Dajjal. He is a liar, a kadhab, a deceiver. Awr, known as Awr al-Kadhab, one-eyed liar, deceiver. The Sahaba radiallahu anhum, one day, they said the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam spoke so intensely or deeply about Al-Masih al-Dajjal, putting so much stress on it, that we thought, they said, radiallahu anhum, that the Dajjal was as close as the Nakhla al-Madina. That the date palms of Medina, the Dajjal was somewhere in there. He will not claim to be a prophet. You have to know your aqeedah. You have to know tawheed. You have to know what's shirk, associating partners with Allah Azza wa Jal. You think it's not important. You have to know asma wa sifat, the attributes, the names of Allah Azza wa Jal. What is befitting of Allah Azza wa Jal? Tabaraka wa ta'ala, ta'ala wa taqaddas. You have to know. Because when the Dajjal comes, he will not claim to be a prophet. Like Musaylama, like these modern day claimers to be prophets. Calling the people and telling them that they're prophets. They have revelation from Allah. They have revelation from God. The Dajjal will not claim to be a prophet. He will call the people to worship him, to obey him, to rububiyyah, to the lordship, that he has the lordship. But he will claim lordship, and a claim which his very appearance denies and contradicts. You have to know. His eye is deformed. It is bulging out or crushed like a grape. You have to know. Allah Azza wa Jal is absolutely free of any defects. Tabaraka wa ta'ala. And the Dajjal, he is deformed like that. This is from the creation of Allah Azza wa Jal, and he is not able to fix that. You have to know. He will have, and every single mu'min from Indonesia, from Malaysia, from China, from Russia, from America, will be able to read between his eyes on the Dajjal. It will be written, Kaf, Tha, Ra. Every single believer, every single mu'min will be able to read that. Recognize. You have to know. And Al-Masih al-Dajjal, la'anahu Allah, he will not be able to wipe that away. He will present the people. He will bring to the people a fitna, a trial, a tribulation so great that their minds will be bewildered. Their minds, their hearts will be confused. What is this? Should we follow? Do we go to him? Do we obey him? Is this finally God came on earth? Ta'ala Allah wa taqaddas mimma yaqulun. He will present the people with such a fitna. The weak-minded, those with weak iman, with weak belief, ignorant, jahil, they will have no time to contemplate, thinking about it. Those who are weak, they will have no time, and it will cause them to believe in him. The ones who are successful, the ones who are saved from that trial, they will see the contradicting signs, those things that the Prophet ﷺ warned about, and the descriptions that he gave ﷺ. They will see with knowledge, with ilm, with iman, with belief. They will not be fooled. Hudayfa radiallahu anhu, he said, the Prophet ﷺ said, when the Dajjal appears, he will have with him a river of fire and a river of water. He said, ﷺ, warning us now What a fitna! When you see that, if you encounter that, the river of fire, the river of water, cool white water rushing, if you encounter that, then then make sure, let him close his eyes. The one who encounters that, close his eyes, a fitna, and go and dip his face in the river of fire. Because the river of fire is actually a cool river of water. And the river of water with the Dajjal is actually a river of fire. A fitna. Spreading mischief left and right throughout the earth. 40 days he will last. The first day like a year. The second day like a month. The third day like a week. And the rest of the days like your days. Moving quickly throughout the earth as if it's like the rain going with the wind. Coming to a people, inviting them to believe in him. Inviting them to kufr, to disbelief. And they will affirm and they will believe. He will give them things, he will give them provision. He will give them rizq. And they will believe. And they will worship him. They will affirm his lordship. And he will command the sky to rain. He will command the sky to rain. And the people will affirm and believe in him. He will go to another people, another qaryah, another place, another village, somewhere on the earth. And they will not believe him. They will dismiss him. They will know what he is. So he will leave. But these people will now have a drought. They will have nothing. No rain, no water, nothing to eat. They will dismiss him. They will disbelieve in him. And he will leave. But they will have to go through another fitna, drought. He will call all the treasures of the earth. Kunuz ad-dunya, the treasures of the earth. And they will come to him, to the Dajjal, like a swarm of bees, following him wherever he goes. He can offer the people, those that affirm his lordship, those that believe in him, those that want to follow him, he will give them. He will come to a young man. The Prophet ﷺ said the greatest shaheed, the greatest martyr from mankind. Some narrations say, some of the scholars say he will come out of Al-Madinah, the blessed city of the Prophet ﷺ, a young man. And he will go to the Dajjal. And this is not for everybody. He will go to the Dajjal. And he will say, I recognize you as the false liar, as the Awr al-Kadhab, as the Masih al-Dajjal, as the Prophet ﷺ warned us about. And the Dajjal, while everyone's watching, will cut this man from top to bottom right in half. And then, in front of the people, he will bring him back to life. In front of the people's eyes. If you can imagine the fitna to see that in front of you. He will cut the man in half. And then bring him back to life. Right away. And the young man will be laughing, smiling. And he will say, my yaqeen, or my surety, I have no doubt now, more than before even, that you are a liar and you are al-Masih al-Dajjal that the Prophet ﷺ warned us about. The Dajjal will become angry and he will leave. He will come, the Dajjal, to a Bedouin man from the outskirts, to a Bedouin man, and he will say to him, if I bring your mother and your father back alive right now in front of you, will you worship me? Will you acknowledge me as your Lord? And the Bedouin will say yes. And he will call from the shayateen, from the jinn, to resemble that Bedouin's mother and that Bedouin's father to come now and appear in front of that man, alive, so it seems. And they will come, and those two shayateen in the form of that man's mother and father will tell him, oh, our son, obey him. And he will obey him. The fitna, trial, tribulation, the worst or the biggest from the beginning of time until the end of time that our Prophet ﷺ warned us about. Rather, all the prophets warned their people about.